What's up, everybody? Terrace Troy Horton, and I'll be back with you in about 30 seconds. I think that's how it's going to go today. What's up, everybody? Terrace Troy Horton here with On the 12 podcast. I've got a great show for you today. And if you just bear with me, we're going to get through this. I've got a great show. We're going to talk about online dating tips. Online dating tips, I'm going to be talking about like different tips that you can have, like from my experiences, online dating with Tinder, Bumble, Match.com, Facebook dating apps, and all that. I'm going to introduce you to my weekly blog that I do that I write on 2 Cents Media. And the difference between solicited and unsolicited penis pics, and the do's and don'ts when you should not send them. Leave a comment in this comment section below. We're going to have a really good show today. I'm going to get started today, like I always do, with weather powered by weatherbug.com app. Weatherbug.com. Today in Dayton, Kentucky, it's 69 degrees. I think we're going to be getting some effects from the hurricane, so we're not going to be getting the sunny skies. Going here to the hourly right here for Dayton, Kentucky, and I always go to 12 o'clock because there's no hip-hop till noon. 73 degrees, so it looks like it's going to be pretty steady today as far as the weather goes. Once again, I will go in here too, and if you're going to go to the weatherbug.com app on that, and I always go in here to my phone, to the weatherbug.com app, because you can see a little bit more accurately right here on the weatherbug.com app. You can go in here to hourly. It kind of tells you what the forecast is going to be like as the day goes, of precipitation, and if it's going to rain or if it's not going to rain or any of that kind of stuff. And without further ado, let's get into the show. Let's talk about online dating. And about April, when I was going through what I was going through my sobriety and things like that, I took some time to live by myself, to get to know who I was before I presented myself out there to try to date someone else. So when I started dating again, the dating is really different for me, because I'm usually, like, if I would go date somebody, I'd go out to a bar or something like that. I'd meet them at a bar, and then we start drinking, and then one thing will lead to another, and the next thing you know, I'd be in a full-blown relationship. That's the way things usually work whenever you're dealing with with alcoholism. But then in April of 2021, I decided to start dating online. So I made me a couple apps. I had a Tinder, a Bumble, a Match.com. I even tried that Facebook app. And let me tell you a little something about dating online. Dating online sucks. Well, it's good and it's bad, but you got to go through a whole bunch of bullcrap. Like, as far as like I had to learn that, you got to get directly to the point. These are the dating tips that I have for you guys out there when you're dating online. Get to the point. Make your profile as easy and as transparent as you possibly can. So put a nice picture up there of yourself, and then I've learned to be very direct, to where you don't get caught up in these conversations. You can go back and forth with somebody talking about, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Blah, 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 for 2 weeks. Then you talk to them on the phone, and you're like, oh, hell no, I'm not talking to this woman or man, because you don't like them. You know what I'm saying? It's something that about the person's voice that you don't like. But then you go back and forth. Hey, how was your day? Good. Short answers. And if someone messages you when you're doing this online dating thing and they just message you one-word messages, don't work. But with Tinder, is for the younger generation, in my opinion. Bumble, when the girls have to reach out to you, like you show interest and they reach out to you, I never had any luck there either. Match.com, I had some good luck at Match.com. I had some horror stories too. Dating for someone my age, and other people might understand this as well when you go back and you watch this. So I speak of common sense, and I'm speaking from a heterosexual male point of view. Dating for me, I want something that's going to last forever. And with my programming, you're going to see that I talk to men. I talk to men and I say, men, find you one partner, find you one woman, one man, find you one partner, love that partner, to complete lovingness. And if they doesn't reciprocate, then you dump them. It's as simple as that. Women do the same thing. Find one partner unless you're in a poly relationship, and that's up to you. But I encourage one person sitting in monogamous relationships and work with that person until you just can't anymore, or whatever, how that works. But then I was finding out, I was on Match.com with this one chick, and my Match.com profile was pretty darn to the point. I wanted no more kids, and that X'd me out of the game because I don't want any more kids, and I don't want a lot of girls because in me being 40 and having 5 kids already, 5 boys that I love to death, I don't want any more kids. And if I don't want to have any more kids, I don't want the potentially of those kids being taken out of my life or me not being in their life completely again. I just don't want to deal with it. I'm 48 years old. I don't want to. So that was a strike because most girls, they want babies. Most girls out there on them dating apps, they want babies. When they find out I'm not giving no babies, they start giving me the cold shoulder, which I'm cool with because I was specific on what I wanted in a woman. And I put it all in my profile. So when they read my profile, my dating profile, they're like, I don't want no more kids. I don't desire anybody who drinks or smokes. I mean, I don't care if you drink or smoke, but I'm talking about everyday drinker or smoker. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I don't need to be involved with anybody who drinks and smokes. So I'm very specific at who I wanted to date. So, I mean, and Match.com happened to work for me. So if you're out there in the world and you're online dating, find out what works for you. Tinder, I've heard some awesome stories about Tinder. I've heard some awesome stories about Bumble. Relationships that have flourished from Bumble. My relationship happened to flourish off of Match.com, and I'm extremely happy with the way things happen, but I had to go through some bull crap to get there. I'll give you a specific story, and then I'll move on to the next subject. I was talking to this girl on Match.com, and I moved real fast on these dating apps. I did. I went from we match up, let's exchange phone numbers, and let's have a meetup, because you can meet up on things and have a FaceTime, so I can see exactly what you look like, and they can see exactly what I look like. So I'm FaceTiming with this chick that I just meet on FaceTime with this chick that I just meet on Match.com. And we're going through hey, what do you kind of stuff do you like? We get to how many kids you have. And I've got 5 boys. She said, 5 boys? Like she shamed me for having 5 sons. I was like, yeah, I got 5 sons. I take care of every last one of them. Was it all their births, blah, blah, blah. I was all that kind. I was like, got on the defense because she was shaming me for having 5 boys. And we got to her, and I was like, so how many kids do you have? And she's like, I got 3. I got 3 kids. She's like, 2 of my kids are with their fathers on summer vacation because it was a pandemic. It was about April, May-ish. So she didn't have her kids. And she said she's got 3. I was like, so where's the other kid? I swear to you guys, she had this baby lashed up on her tit. She was breastfeeding this daughter that she had just had. The baby was like 6 weeks old. She was already on Bumble trying to find a boyfriend on Bumble and shamed me for having 5 boys. Now, let me go through that one more time so you can grasp that. I tell her I got 5 sons, and she shames me for having 5 sons while she's breastfeeding a kid on her titty nipple. I should have been like, girl, what are you doing? But instead, as a gentleman I am, I moved on past all that stuff. If you are interested, and you could be interested and you could not be interested, but I'm going to share it with you anyways. Every week I write a blog. I write an online blog with this place. It's called, let me get to it. It's called 2 Cents Media. 2 Cents Media on Facebook. And it's a place, it's a 2 Cents Media on Facebook. It's powered by, it's a radio station, publication, and it's a military mama's radio show, and it covers some military topics, but it covers a whole lot of more stuff. And every week I present, I'm published in this online article. I'm going to go through and I'm going to read a little bit of it, and y'all bear with me because I am not a good reader when it comes to like reading out loud. Even if it's my own stuff, I'm just not a good reader. But anyways, I'm going to read this for you, but anytime you can go into 2centsmedia.com. Okay, and this particular one on the 12, written by Terrace Horton, the most interesting man in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, #mimic, the influencer's influencer, B1, Jesus is the key. And it's light bulb. It's like I took the past 2 years really guarding my heart and making sure that I would be able to present myself to my next love, someone stable, confident, and secure. I felt like I've done a pretty good job. Lily is one lucky woman to reap the benefit of the man that I've become. During my reflection and meditation, I find myself revisiting past relationships and the growth and the experience in the past 3 years. When I visit the places of regret, meaning the things and places and times that I've spent unhappy, I noticed a pit in my stomach, a feeling of discomfort, the feeling that I used to drink away. Now I face the pain head on. I recall the times I spent in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, a place that I never want to visit again. The tourists, the traffic, the bears. No, thank you. I'll take Lily in the blah blah blah. I told you I don't read very well. While I'm in my thought, my and the link is to a VRBO in Gatlinburg. Oh God, is this a test, or is this some kind of test that I told ISIS in therapy about my past experiences in Gatlinburg and how much I hate that place and never wanted to visit again? I asked Lily what the cabin was about, and she told me that she found it. And her reply was like she wanted to get a weekend getaway in a cabin. And I'm like, are you serious? So I told her how I feel about Gatlinburg. So why would she suggest? I told ISIS how I feel about Gatlinburg. So why would she suggest that Lily go there with me? Does she interfere with all her clients like this? Long story short, a light bulb comes off, and I experienced something. I'm going to go back and I'll tell you about how that story goes out. Told you I don't read very well on this kind of stuff because it's very small print and I'm going blind. But you can go back and you can read it. The story that I write for on the 12 2 Cents Media, it's a story. It's a love story about somebody that I met. I got a comment over here. Let me see. Derek Owens says, laugh out loud. I don't know what you're laughing about, but hey, Derek, appreciate you, brother. I love you. Derek Owens, I love you, brother. It's a love story that I wrote about an online relationship that I met. And this is a lot of fact, a lot of fiction. I take a lot of my own experiences and I put into this programming. But I dating this girl in the story. I'm dating this girl. I meet her online. Her name is Lily. But my therapist, ISIS, is the one who set me up with her because I was telling ISIS all my stories. So long story short, when during therapy sessions, I tell ISIS what I want Lily to do, and she does it. Hence, fellatio and sandwiches. So you got to go back and you got to read it, but it's 2 Cents Media, and you can go back to 2 Cents Media. Shouts out to Kerry Cox out there for facilitating and publishing this every week. Let's get into the real topic. Let's get into penis pics. I said all this. I went into online dating to get to, whenever I talked to 10 girls, I was like, hey, ladies, I know it's hard out there for you ladies out there in the dating scene. What is something that really gets on your nerves? Derek said he was laughing about the lady who was breastfeeding. Oh, man, I swear to you, bro. She shamed me for having 5 boys while she was breastfeeding some kid online talking about she's looking for a husband while she's breastfeeding. Come on, I can't make that shit up. I swear to you it happened. When I'm talking to these ladies, I'm like, ladies, why is it that you can't find a guy, blah, blah. And the overwhelming response is they cut dudes off for unsolicited penis pics and have women. If you've had this happen to you, leave a comment. If you want to leave your story, you can jump on here if you want to. I got 15 minutes. I'm going to talk about unsolicited penis pics, where they come from, who does this stuff, and I got a couple videos for you, and we'll go from there. Here's one of them.
Okay, so really quick, I wanted to say something about the things that guys find appropriate to send girls on Snapchat and on Instagram and on Facebook and anything else. I can't open my Snapchat up out in public anymore because every time I open it, I have a picture of someone's junk or something even more disgusting. And I don't know, I have never asked for a junk pic. I have never wanted one. I don't want one. I don't find it attractive. There's nothing about it that I like. It's disgusting. I block people after they send them to me. And if I don't, I take the pictures and I screenshot it and I send it to my friends because, it's funny. I make fun of it. It's gross. But it's not attractive, and I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. I don't know a girl that does like it. So I'm curious, any of you ladies that I know, do you like getting these pictures? Does it bother you? upset you. I mean, it doesn't upset me. It's just gross. It's just disgusting. I can't think of anything more sick. And then just some of the things you guys do in these Snapchats. It's so nasty. Even in any of my relationships, I've never asked for one of my boyfriends to send me pictures like this. So it's weird to me that I would get all these unsolicited dick pics. It's freaking gross. And I really think that you guys should learn to stop. Just, it's not attractive. Don't do it. There's nothing about it that women like. And I have not met a woman that likes these pictures. Stop. It's gross.
There you heard it. You heard it from a semi-hot woman. She's in, what's that position? Beautiful agony position. And she's there laying down on the ground talking about, I don't like dick. Fellas, what would possess one man to send an unsolicited penis pic? I don't get it. In my life, I'm 48 years old, and I think my penis might be out there on the internet maybe twice. I might have sent two, not unsolicited. These are somebody who I was like in a relationship with, and this is years. These are years. I'm talking about 48 years. You ain't gonna find a picture of Terrence Troy Horton's penis out there just in the atmosphere, like in the ether out there. Fellas, you heard the girl. She said, there's nothing attractive about a guy who sends an unsolicited picture of his penis to another female. Nothing attractive. And you know what the first thing they do is they screenshot it and share it to all their friends and make fun of you. Fellas, if it works for you, please leave a comment. Hit me on my inbox. We can reevaluate this thing. But from what I'm hearing from the females that I talk to, they're like, unsolicited penis pics are horrible. But there is a difference between solicited penis pics and unsolicited penis pics. A solicited penis pic, I could see that happening where like you and your old lady, you might not have seen each other in a long time, or it might be a way of foreplaying before you get home because you're trying to get hot and heavy later on that night, but you're like trying to foreplay during the day because foreplay doesn't just happen in the bedroom. You can like send flirty messages and stuff like that. And that's something that you and your old lady and your old man, you guys get down with. That's cool. But unsolicited pictures are not cool. I'm going to go into one more video and it talks about the difference between solicited and unsolicited penis pics.
How it goes. You're studying very hard, aka watching some Netflix, and you get a notification from Snapchat.
Is this
as
how
soon
it goes
as you
down?
open the picture, it turns out to be a tiny, little, hairy eggplant. Luckily for you, 2019 has brought you a suitable emoji to react with. But are the people that send those pictures just hopeless guys that don't know how to flirt? Or is there more at stake? So today on your favorite YouTube channel, why do guys send pictures of their high-pressure vein gain? Welcome to Brains Applied.
I've tried to find some.
Before we answer this question, we have to distinguish between two kinds of nudes: the solicited and unsolicited.
Solicited and unsolicited.
Solicited pictures fall in the category of sexting. Sexting is defined as sending sexually suggestive or nude images and or sexually suggestive text messages with a smartphone. This happens more often than you think.
Yeah.
Even Jeff Bezos does it.
If it's good for Jeff Bezos, it's good for all of us, my dog. If Amazon's sexting, you can sex your partner if they want you to do it.
We're talking about solicited.
We're talking about solicited.
15% of teenagers has done this in the past.
That's right. You're a teenager.
18% of adults.
You're a teenager.
Please
15%.
do note that the latter percentage came from an online survey, so you probably don't have to worry about your 90-year-old grandma.
I can't imagine my dad
Although
sending my
one
mom a
might
dick pic.
expect that you engage in sexting to get a quick hookup, it seems to happen more often amongst people that are in a committed relationship. Research has found 2 reasons to engage in sexting. It happens when you are in a comfortable relationship and you are in the mood for some genital union, but unfortunately at the time you can't be together. Another reason might be that you suffer from relationship anxiety. Those people are more worried that their partner will leave them or that their partner will think ill of them.
You guys should.
Therefore, they want to please them in as many ways as possible. And one of those ways is fulfilling their partner's desire to engage in sexting. The
Sexting,
unsolicited
nothing wrong with
pictures
sexting.
are a completely different story.
Now we're talking about
One of the
unsolicited.
current theories is entitlement. According to this theory, guys that send dick pics are narcissistic guys who believe that they are entitled to have sex. They see
You hear that?
themselves as
We'll go back to
superior
that
to others, and they think they should get sex from them whenever they want. This often results in anger when they are being rejected.
I heard about
Additionally,
those
there
guys.
are researchers that claim that such entitlement is a reaction to feminism and other social developments. Women nowadays are becoming more independent, they get better jobs and more social care than ever before. And this might offend some hypermasculine men who want to fit the alpha male ideal. If you want to have some fun, I advise you to check the Instagram page by Felipe. They have some pretty good examples of such guys getting mad. Another theory about why people send pictures of their pencil of love is online exhibitionism. The idea of this is basically the same as real life exhibitionism, people showing their genitals to others. Some say these people do it because it arouses them. Other psychologists see exhibitionism as a courtship disorder. It is seen as a disturbance in the regulatory system of normal courtship processes. Or in other words, they try to get you aroused by sending you pictures of their traffic code.
It don't work, guys.
Other studies claim that exhibitionism is more related to narcissism,
I believe that.
meaning that
There
those
it is.
guys lack empathy for you and that they need your admiration to boost their self-confidence. So when you receive such a photographic
Absolutely.
masterpiece, you should say something like, "You have a very beautiful pinky finger."
There you go.
I hope you liked this video. It was a pretty hard video to make because, Saya,
We'll stop there and we'll talk. The guy, he's pretty good. And ladies, he said a good comeback when they send you something like that is unsolicited penis pic. It's like, oh, that's a really cute pinky finger. Pinky finger. You know what I'm saying? Make fun of him. Then he'll never send it. But then I have learned through my studies in the fall about these guys. They're called incels or something like that. But let's go to the reason why the unsolicited dick pics are sent by some. He touched on narcissism. Some of these guys, these narcissist guys out here, they have no clue. They're like, oh, she's a woman. She's going to automatically want me to send her because they have no clue on how to empathize. And they're socially awkward. They can't date. And then when you turn them down, when the ladies turn them down, because I understand because I've talked to these ladies pretty extensively. They're like, it's hard out here to date because if you're mean to some guy, he'll turn around, he'll call you fat. He'll be like, I didn't like you anyway because you're fat. Or after he spent all this time trying to court her, or he'll say something about her physical appearance or her mental stability or her job or anything to try to one up her just when she rejects him. Same thing is with the dating. Fellas, man, you got to do better than that. We have discussed this time, no female likes when you send them an unsolicited pic. Rule number one, fellas, do not send a picture unless a woman asks you to send it because they're screenshotting it and they're sending it out as a group message to all their friends. All their friends. Can you imagine this? These are some great stories. We all know this guy. He thinks he's the shit, man. He thinks he's just God's gift to this earth. He's always in the mirror, flexing at the gym, all this kind of stuff. Then he goes in the gym after he gets fun. He's looking around at the cameras. He's looking around, as Keeley might say. He's going to look around at the cameras, and he takes a picture of his penis, sends it to some girl who does not want this penis pic, and she opens up her phone, and she's like, ew, what the hell is this? She screenshots it. She sends it to all her friends. And say you live in a small community where everybody knows everybody. And then it goes around to all the girls. Fellas, this is what's happening to you. Do you? The ladies are sending your little penis pic out to all her girlfriends. They're making fun of your little short little 2-inch pecker. And they're like, this is what little Johnny boy sent me his little penis pic. If he's going to send you he should have copy and paste somebody else's. If he's like, that's what they're saying about your penis. Then you walk up in the bar, fresh out the gym, cologne on. You go up to the bar, strutting, peacocking, not knowing that every girl in the city has already seen your penis because they have screenshotted it and sent it all over to people. and you don't know, and then you're like, man, I'm striking out like a baseball player with no arms. You're sitting there, you walk up to a chick and they start giggling. You're like, oh, she thinks I'm funny. They're like, no, we seen a picture of your penis that you sent to our friend that she screenshotted and sent all around to everybody else. Fellas, we are here on any of my programming when I'm talking to the fellas. I'm trying to talk to high marketplace value men. Or if you're not a high marketplace value man, let's get you up there. What I mean by high marketplace value, you are gainfully employed. You have a job. You are not unemployed. You gainfully employed. You make your own money. You have your own transportation. You're not borrowing your baby mama's car. I'm talking about in your name. You're not borrowing your baby mama's car. You're not borrowing your mama's car. You're gainfully employed and you have your own car. You have your own roof over your head. That means you cannot be put out. That means only way that either your name's on a lease or you live with the family member, you're not living up underneath some woman. So those are three criteria, the three main criteria, and then we can start deep diving into credit score, savings, life insurance. These are high quality. These are the type of men that we're trying to raise, high quality marketplace value men. So when you present yourself to a woman, she cannot not treat you with respect because you're giving her the things that you're demanding respect because you have these things in place. You're gainfully employed, you have your own car in your own name, and you cannot be kicked out of a house. If you're one of those dudes who are living with your woman, driving her car, no job, you think your job is playing PlayStation, playing NBA 2K PlayStation, and selling Jordans and selling nickel bags of weed, you are not high quality and you don't have a leg to stand on. You're probably the one who's playing the PlayStation, playing money for the game, playing game for the money, selling Jordans, and those are not your Jordans. Those are her Jordans. Those Jordans that you bring into her house, that you're living under her roof, they're not your Jordans. They're hers. Then you're sending penis pics to these people. I'm telling you, that's not the way it goes. You're not going to get anywhere. But fellas, if you have counter stories and you can tell me some stories of how many times that you sent, because I know it for a fact. One of my ex-girlfriends, this was my ex-wife at that. One of my exes, I'll just put it that way. When her and my coworker got caught sleeping together, and I was like, why would y'all do this to me? Her reply was, well, he sent me a penis pic. And I'm like, I knew you were easy. I knew you were easy when I got you, but I thought I had game. I thought it was because I had game. I didn't know all it would take is a penis pic. If that's all it would have took, I would have sent you a penis pic, knocked you down, and kept on moving. But seriously, fellas, there's really no reason to send penis pics out there to ladies. It's disrespectful. It's very disrespectful to do that. If the penis pic is solicited to where you and your old lady are flirting back and forth or sexting, which is healthy. I think sexting is healthy. When I get off of this line, I'm going to sext to my old lady and tell her how I think she's hot and I can't wait to see her later on. That's what I'm going to do because that's good. But just out of the blue, sending a dick pic to a girl who you just met or who you're initially talking to on an online dating site, not good. The online dating sites, Tinder's for the hookups. If you're looking for a hookup, go to Tinder. Bumble, fellas, if a girl reaches out to you on Bumble, you know she's about that life and you're going to hook up too. The one that works for me, and I'm very happy in the choice that I got off Match.com. Older people you can be more specific. You can say, hey, look, this is what I want in a woman or a man. And then you can get that. I think it's great. This is a great programming, and I'm going to keep bringing you a whole lot of different stuff on the 12 podcast. If it's happening in Dayton, Bellevue, Newport, Fort Thomas, let's talk about it on the 12 podcast. Fellas, keep those penis pics to yourself. I'll be back on Thursday with a new topic. I don't know what it is. Hey, Bob Ross has got a special message for you. If you kind of look in here and you lean, if I lean in here right there, to all you people that might question how I feel about certain things, it's written all over my chest. And so I'll see you guys Thursday on the 12 podcast, brought to you, powered by AskTerraceHorton.com, the most interesting man in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. If you get a chance, go check out my TikTok. I'm blowing the hell up. Derek, I'm about to call you right now, brother. Love you, man. Peace and God bless you guys.